title "Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge" was conceived right after, I think before we didn't finish the first record. We're very much like a plan ahead type band, and I'd always liked the sound of "Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge" as the title. The second record, I kind of always have it in my head in a way. Like I knew I wanted the first record to be called "I Brought You My Boats, You Brought Me a Love," and the second one should be called this, and because it all fits together in some weird cosmic way.
It's like, yeah, exactly.
I think the most important song to me, especially Mikey on the record, is Helena, because it's about our grandmother who passed away. But I think Prison is the one that it really makes that record different. I think if the record didn't have that track, there's risks that we take in every song. How they no two songs sound alike, but that's the one track that's like, wow, those guys went there, and it's
That's our dirty cabaret song.
Yeah, like who would have thought a rock band could pull off a cabaret song? Like, so
I did. The first song that we wrote for this record, we wrote right after the first record was done, and we're like, oh man, we should have put that on the first record. And then we kind of wrote a little bit on the road. We had some time off, we wrote at home, and then we wrote in LA where we were recording the record. So it kind of like the songs took on a journey, and I think that's why when you listen to the record, you kind of feel like you're going from place to place. And I think that's why the songs are so different.
I mean, we're not planning on going back into the studio until sometime like next year, but yeah, we've been we're constantly writing new riffs and demoing. We have like a kind of like a mini studio in the back lounge of our bus, so yeah, we do a lot of demoing and recording and stuff back there. So.
Well, we started to write it as a concept record. That was something that Gerard wanted to do, and then we, started to write, and then we started to live our lives. And I think experiences kind of came into that concept, and I think that's why it's so honest. We were able to be so honest because you're unsure of what's fictitious and what's not fictitious. I think it actually gave him a lot more, oomph to like. What?
It gave me a place in which to really if we write about real life, I could draw upon real life experience. It's so much more genuine, and you get so much more feeling behind what you're singing as opposed to singing about a fictitious gunfight.
And that's what I meant by oomph.
I'm sorry.
So basing it off real life was probably the best decision that we could have made. Man.
I'm so sad that that's where it goes.
Yes, we just finished yesterday. We flew in today. We haven't slept actually. So we played Calgary last night with Green Day. Got on a plane, came here and played. So we've been awake since. So it kind of just happened.
Yeah.
It just ended to us because we've all still been awake. The nicest effing guys in the world. Most humble,
unreal,
down to earth, yet living legends.
You meet people that are half the band that they are, and and then you meet this band that's got it all. They're living legends, and they're just real nice, genuine people.
Yeah.
And it's just surprising. They really know how to treat people with respect, and they just do it right. They really do.
They're
such a great band.
They're and live and just incredible to watch. We learned so much, and they were like our big brothers.
Yeah.
Listening to the new Idlewild, the new Dubs album, the new Circus Survive album.
I've been listening to a lot of classical guitar music now.
I've been listening to this band from Tucson, Arizona called the Mean Reds. They're amazing. Band from Pittsburgh, Voice and the Liar. Their new record's unreal. I'm trying to think what else I've been listening to. I don't know. I'll be listening to Dumping Souls Till I Die and Black Flag.
I've been listening to the Dresden Dolls from Boston. Great band. I've been listening to the Mars Volta a whole bunch, both records. A lot of David Bowie lately. Go through some mood swings with that. I just start listening to a lot of David Bowie. Wow.
The new Mastodon record. Quicksand, Denali, and
That
Soil.
Human record.
Oh yeah. And
Tattoo.
Oh, that's
oh,
it.
and Tattoo Jam.
I used to work at a bookstore and I accidentally stumbled across the name on the back of a book. It was an Irvine Welsh book, and the blurb basically detailed how some book critics would call his books chemical romances. It like, man, I'm surprised nobody's taken that. So we did.